All right. So it's just Christina and I today.
Good morning
Good
or
morning.
afternoonish
Whenever we post it.
or evening, possibly.
Mhm. Look at me. I'm cold this morning and you are not, obviously.
I
Is it
I
nice?
want it to be summer so bad.
Ugh, is it
I'm
nice
I
today or no?
it is nice. It's not nice enough for this yet, but I'm doing it
Pushing
anyway.
through,
I've
doing it.
I've got my jacket I'm taking everywhere with me just just because I'll need it, but
Yeah, being up here in Brigham, man, I went down south for a wedding and thinking I brought some dresses and it was not dress weather.
I've been to California twice in the last couple weeks, probably 3 weeks. And
Nice.
yeah, it's been crazy. So we first time we went to pick up my son's car, um, and then the second time we went to go visit one of the other sons. So it's been awesome, but yeah, it's been a little crazy. Um, but neither time was it really nice enough. Like I didn't get a tan, I didn't really get a layout. It was just overcasty and sad, and I'm like, so I'm ready for sunshine though. I want it so bad.
I love your earrings. Can we see them?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
They're just off one
Super
of those
cool.
super cheap little sites that who knows if it's like fraud or what, but it's cool. I got them, so
Nice. I love it. No, I need some dangly something. I don't know. Just
that's
one of
why I
those.
wear the dangles because then I feel like I get dressed even if I didn't do makeup and
Well, your makeup looks
anything.
fantastic. Like,
That's probably a filter or something.
did you put stuff right here?
No,
Looks like you did.
no, I honestly put on mascara and a little tiny bit of blush just that I didn't look like I was a corpse because my eyelashes are so blonde. Yeah,
My eyebrows are so blonde. That's what I
mine
do.
too. Mine too. But
Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah,
So we have something in common today, you and I, and that's something
yes,
that you
we
wanted to
do.
talk about. So let's
Great timing.
do.
All right. So I want to talk about what we do as working moms when our kids are homesick or we can't find a sitter for something that we're wanting to do or whatever. Like Lacey and I both have a kid homesick today, and thankfully we're both able to be home, right? And
Mhm.
do both, but it's still not easy. It doesn't make it like that much better just because we can. See, sick child. Okay, go. Go.
She-
Oh, sorry. I just pulled her hair. I'm abusing you on camera. But what do you do? What are your options, right? So, I mean, I wish that my mom was one of those retired awesome grandmas that could take my kids and watch them, but she works two and a half full-time jobs. Like she's so stinking busy. So I don't have that.
No, mine is probably just gonna lay on the couch and watch TV all day while I do all my stuff. And it's a good thing he's the 6 year old, because if it were the 3 year old or the year old, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be here. I would be entertaining them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can hear him because he's just right here, but no one on Zoom can. So I'm hoping, right? I've had 2 sessions this morning before this, and no one's complained. So what do you do? Like, what you just take work off and you sit home with the kids, but then not every job gives you vacation or sick leave. You just have
Yeah.
to eat the money that you lose working a full hour job. And
Yeah.
it just, not to be sexist, but it does seem like it's the woman, the mom, because she's
Hmm.
the caretaker. And if you look into it, yes, children run to their moms when they're hurt because their moms are the loving caretakers and their dads are the fun ones, right? But when
Yeah.
they're hurt, they're go to mom. So kids are feeling good being with mom all day.
Hmm. Well, my husband right now is downstairs taking a nap.
Oh,
So it's one of those where it would be nice to be able to be like, hey, if you're going to be home today, and he's been home most of the morning, if you're going to be home today, I'm out. But like you said, I know he's not going to provide that comfort the way I do. And if you ask him, he probably thinks that I am too easy on her and too whatever and all that. And I get it, especially when she's sick, you know.
of
I think
course.
I think part of that is that we have had that role kind of thrust onto us, but I think also we kind of create it for ourselves. Like I know I do. I know that I'm like, oh no, if my baby needs me, I don't care what baby, how old my baby is, but my baby needs me, my baby's gonna need me, and I need to be there for them.
And
So
I think, I mean, obviously that's what we're supposed to do in deep down in our prime evil,
mhm.
whatever, primitive ways, the fight, flight, and freeze. It's the mother, the nurturer. And if we were back in the old days where it was just hunting and providing, and the man would be out hunting, the mom would be home with the kids. And nowadays we all have to work.
While we're
There's
churning the butter,
I think that would be fun. Some
I
days I
honestly don't know how to churn butter because I don't think I think
turn
it's two
butter.
hands. Like I think it's hard.
Look
So
very good.
yeah, I was kind of like more axe murder or knife murder. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, if that's, I really do feel good. That's kind of what I want to do. But then I also have what society wants us to do.
mhm,
And, you've got the two parts of us that want to be home with our kids and need to work to feed them.
yeah,
So, ladies,
I think
comment below what you
yeah.
think, what you would do. What were you going to say, Chris?
Well, I was just gonna say, I think the mom guilt too. Like if I didn't stay home, I mean, my daughter's 9. Could I leave while she's home for a while? I could, right? And have a meeting or run an errand or whatever. And at the same time, I have that mom guilt of, oh, but if she needs me while I'm gone,
Mm-hmm.
then, can I really be there for her? Like I went to the gym this morning, before she was even out of bed. And I got back and she's like, Mom, I called you 5 times. And my phone didn't have any missed calls, but I'm like, what? I didn't even know. Like I had to show her, prove to her that I had no clue that she'd called. It's like, you know, I'm sure it was 5 times in 3 minutes, and it's because she wanted to watch TV. So it wasn't like an emergency or anything, but still that mom guilt.
That reminded me of TikTok where, have you seen that one where he's like, I have called you 2 times and no one was there to answer? It was the Tiger King or whatever that guy is. I'll
Oh,
send that
yeah.
to you. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you'll have
people are
to.
like overlaying it. Like this mom wakes up and she's like, oh, I forgot to turn the baby monitor on. And so she goes into her baby's room and it like flashes to the tiger guy. And he's like, I called you. And it's swearing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a damn, not a, yeah, it was funny. But no, I get it. Like we create this for ourselves because that's what we were supposed to do back in the day. And now it's kind of inconvenient when we have to work full time. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, how do we fix it? We need to have moms, we need to have free daycare.
I would love an assistant.
I want an assistant too. I want someone to edit all these videos. I want someone to
Yes.
fill my schedule.
Yes. Like all the things. Like
Oh,
I'll stay home with my sick kid. You can go do my work stuff. That's great.
yeah.
Or yeah, I don't think I would like it the other way, really.
No.
I don't want to, because then I'd have the mom guilt again. Like that, it would go back to that mom guilt.
Yeah. Sometimes when I drop them off at daycare in the morning, I do have this mom guilt. I mean, all the time I do, obviously, but sometimes it's worse than others, right?
Yep.
Then, you got to think about it. I can't do anything while they're here.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like,
It's a it's a completely different, I mean, I guess stage in life, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, when you've got young kids like you do versus when you're graduating into that stage of like they're going to be on their own and doing their own thing and not need you anymore. And I think part of me holds on to that too. Like, oh, this might be, she's 9. This might be the last time she needs me home with her when she's sick, or like you never know when that time's going to be.
Yeah. No, I get that. My 15-year-old, he doesn't need me.
Yeah.
He's 15, and he's sick. He's just gonna lay down. He's rarely sick though. But,
Mhm.
yeah, you don't think about it when you're in it because right now I'm in the stage where they just scream and cry and they want to be on my hip all the time. And I'm like, oh, just grow up. But no, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just noticed the door behind you.
Oh,
It's-
yes.
Take us.
We, we, my husband is amazing. He just built us a garage.
Oh, it's bright. Okay, there. Oh, wow, girl.
I know. It's amazing. So, and added a door because we have to have a way to get into it. But yeah, so exciting.
That is exciting.
He's pro champ. And for anybody who knows him that watches this, his birthday is on Sunday. So make sure you reach out and say hello and tell him he's awesome sauce.
And if you need any handyman services done, he is in Cedar City.
Yeah,
So,
he does a lot of remodels. He's built a couple tiny homes, things like that. So, and he's gonna get into the home building.
soon, right? Almost.
That's the next step. So it'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's kind of gone on in the world today? Ooh, did you hear about it? Just popped up on my phone. 100 people died at a wedding party.
No.
Yeah, Google it. Google it.
What?
Yeah, 100 people died, and it was because some fireworks. Okay, 150 others were injured, and okay, so the ceiling collapsed. This was in,
Oh
ooh,
my goodness, in Iraq.
yeah, the ceiling collapsed because of the fire.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's saying it was 7 months ago. Okay, it was 7 months ago, so it wasn't recent. But I
Well,
think the husband and
God,
wife are just now speaking out about it.
oh my gosh. So they survived and all their wedding part and so many of their wedding party didn't.
Just think
Oh,
about that. Like,
that
and
is horrific.
they think it was because of fireworks started the top of the building on fire. So
Oh my
crazy,
gosh.
right? It's supposed to be a happy.
27 children under 12
Oh, I don't know.
were
Ugh.
among the ones who passed. Mm.
So a highly flammable construction material was ablaze.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. Can you
That's so,
imagine that? That's supposed to be a happy time, and then that just turns
yeah.
into the worst. All your family and friends and kids.
So it says the accident was triggered by the ignition of ceiling by pyrotechnic flares. So basically
Fireworks.
they're yeah, some fireworks. They're setting off some yay, we're married, happy us fireworks, and the whole building just up in flames.
Wow.
Oh my heck. That is so oof, devastating.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, so if you have any listening and I'm watching these videos, ladies, if you have anything that you want us to kind of talk about or any any part news that has happened that we haven't heard, because obviously there's a lot of things that we don't hear, that people, normal people don't hear, because I don't want to get into the fake news, but not
Yes.
everything is true. But if there's anything, just comment below and we'll for sure, talk about it. We'll tag
Yeah.
you in and you can let us know what you think. Um, I've been doing a lot of listening to a book. I had to go down to Nephi yesterday to go get my baby. Um, and have you read anything on Ellen Langer?
No.
So she's a mindfulness, like she's at Harvard, and her last book, so she did Counterclockwise. So if you want to read an awesome book, read Counterclockwise. On there, they do test groups where they have these 80-year-old men. She did this one that I thought was amazing. These 80-year-old men in this one test group, they put them into like a room or a big area, and they had everything was from like the 1930s or 40s or whenever they were young, whenever they were in their 20s, right? And they spent a whole week in there, ate the food, talked about what went on as though it had was already happening, all the news and the games and the baseball, whatever. And they had them in that controlled group for a whole week. And then they had another group of 80-year-old men in another controlled room that had the same things in it, but they talked about it as it had passed. Like, remember when this happened and this happened? So
Gotcha.
before they did a whole exam on them, their eyes, their functions and everything, their blood. And then this one where they were living as though they were in their 20s, they actually got younger. Like their eyesight got better.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And so it's all in your brain, really. Your brain can kill yourself and it
Mhm.
can make yourself sick. So that's her mindfulness. And they just kind of looked younger compared to the other group. So yeah, if you want to listen to anything like that, it's Ellen Langer, Langer, and it's Counterclockwise is her book. The other thing, um, the one that I was listening to yesterday going down to Nephi is a mindful body, the mindful body. So when she talks as the mind and the body are one, they're not separate. So the body, anything that happens in the mind affects the body, anything that happens in the body affects the mind, right?
Mhm.
So really, you can really heal yourself. So if you're told, let's say on a scale from 1 to 100, let's just do this. So 50, like 51, you have this disease, and 50, you don't. So if someone is a 51 and they're told they have this disease, they're actually going to make it worse. But if
Mhm.
they're 50 and they're told they don't have the disease, they're going to make it better. Even though they were like 1 point away, one is going to go make it worse and one is going to make it better because of their state of mind. Isn't that crazy? Have you heard
It's
of anything like that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so there was this example that I read on, and I cannot remember where I read it or anything, so I'm gonna possibly botch some of it, but that's okay. The basics are there. Hi, Bubba. Yeah, love you. Okay, so the study that I'm talking about was really cool. So they took um sorry, just want some loves. They took 3 different groups. They had a group of people who did finger exercises.
Ooh.
And it was for a set amount of time every day, whatever. And then they had a set of group that a group who did nothing, you know, and then they had a group that didn't do the exercises, but they thought about doing the exercises. Have you heard of this one too?
Uh-huh. Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah. And it was so cool that at the end, the people who did the finger exercises, their fingers got stronger, obviously, like we kind of assumed that. The people who did nothing, nothing changed. The people who thought about doing the exercises but did not actually do it, their finger strength still got stronger.
Yes.
even though they weren't utilizing the muscles. So like every once in a while, I'll be laying in bed, I'll be like, oh, abs, abs, just get abs. Like, because I'm like, I don't do it consistent enough, so don't have abs. But you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's one of those that I'm like, it is so amazing what our bodies can do, like physically can do because we think it.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
even just on the very basic of like breathing and digesting food and you know what I mean? Like walking.
Yeah.
I the fact that our bodies do all those things, and then if we actually think about doing things, like we can, it, it, it's
It's am-
phenomenal.
it's amazing. It's like the
Yeah.
placebo effect. You
Hmm.
know, you take this pill and it's gonna make it go away. And it's just a sugar pill, but your mind is thinking it's gonna go away and it's gonna go away and it'll go away. So that's why you have these like energy healers or people who can actually heal their body with their mind. You just have to pay attention to your body. And
Yes.
paying attention, you have to be in your body. Most people are kind of outside their body looking in, especially those who have gone through a traumatic experience. They're just along for the ride and they're just so separated from their body. Even though their body and the mind are connected, you can still kind of step out and just watch yourself go through these things. So in order to be mindful and to get into your body, um, what she's got a couple different things that she talks about. Where is this? So present the moment awareness. So most people, when you do things like when you drive, you don't even think about it, right? If you're going down the same street, you just go and you've got your mind and you're thinking about where you're doing, where you're going, what you just said to someone, and you're just going. And so that's being mindless. And when you're mindless, you're not connected inside. So one of the things that I teach my clients to do is just to kind of look for different little things all the time. Keeps you now, keeps you in the present. And when you're mindless, that's when you can have more depression and just more problems that, again, you're just along for the ride. So, and that's just not a life you want to live. But when you're mindful, you can actually do some powerful things with your mind. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So
No,
crazy.
I think it's phenomenal. Even if you think about the like the experiments of like being blindfolded, smelling an apple, taking a bite of an apple, and enjoying the apple, and then taking a bite of a an onion and still thinking it's an apple
Yeah.
and enjoying it as if it was an apple. Like our brains are so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They are. So it's phenomenal that what we can do.
Yep.
Maybe I should start being like when I eat chocolate, being like, this is broccoli.
Yeah.
My
Oh, this is,
body is going to
huh?
utilize this as if it is healthy food.
Yeah, you can actually do that. You just have to, be mindful and just keep thinking this is going to make my abs and then just imagine your abs getting stronger and stronger. And this chocolate is so good for me. You just have to make yourself believe it.
I was gonna say it's the convincing myself that
Hmm.
it's true part is where it's hard. So I should probably just eat the healthy food because that I already know is actually true. So
I don't know.
maybe
I
not
would
as much
rather
fun.
convince myself. So what we talked about last time is we talked about grounding.
Yeah.
Going out and grounding. And what I was going to do is I was going to do because we do this trance where, if you loosen your jaw, you weight the back of your tongue, you find a spot and you open up and you step into peripheral vision. It activates the vagus nerve that connects your brain to your heart, to your gut, all that. And when you sit into that, um, it kind of gets you into a trance, can get you ready. And this is when you can say those things to yourself, like your affirmations. So you get into your trance stage, stance, whatever, and then you say these things to yourself, and then your well, subconscious kind of believes it, right? You have to train your body to believe it. because we go throughout our lives saying so many negative things to ourselves, right? We need to do that. So what I was going to do is I was going to make this video that like a grounding video. So you listen to it and you go sit with your feet in the dirt or touch a tree. And then you just want to suck the energy from that tree. Suck it and just have it go through every little inch of your body. And I did this. I only did it like 3 times. I was supposed to do it every week, every day last week. We were all supposed to. I did it 3 times and my back was hurting. And I was like focusing on that. But what I didn't know is I had this little, like a little bump on my leg. It was like an ingrown hair. And it's been there for like a couple weeks. And so I was like self-conscious about it. And I noticed yesterday it was just completely gone. And I was like, okay, why is my back still hurting? It's not as hurting as much, but it's still like, and it's just me holding my babies on the same hip.
Mm-hmm. So you're out of balance.
I need to get in balance. But have you tried grounding?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm huge, huge, huge. So we um my husband actually introduced me to um a different part of like grounding, which
Ooh,
so
like the
like
naked part or something? No, I'm just kidding.
maybe. So grounding outside is obviously the best and it's the most connective and all of that. But have you ever actually taken, and you guys might think this is gross and that's okay, but have you taken your shoes off in like a grocery store that has like cement floors?
No, but I kind of know. I feel like I know where you're going. Keep going.
Yeah, but it's just kind of that same thing. Just
Because it's the dirt and the rock.
it's the yeah, and
Yeah.
it's being able to like it also is kind of like that little mind mess of like I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm doing this and I'm like kind of naughty and it's like exciting. Um, but like that is still kind of a form of the grounding. But I'm all the time like always outside with my shoes off. I mow the lawn. I know it sounds dangerous. I'm sorry for those who are a little worried about me, but I'm okay. But I mow the lawn barefoot because it's my favorite. I come in with like green feet and ankles and all of that, but it's so connective
Yes.
and it's just amazing. We walk the creek, we put our feet in the water, like just all of that. It's water is my place, but yeah, we do a ton of grounding. My daughter probably doesn't wear shoes like all summer. And and I just let it happen. I'm like, I don't care as long as you don't leave your shoes somewhere. But
Exactly. Yeah.
if we're going out, grab shoes even if you don't put them on yet. Like you have to have them for some places. But
Mhm.
I'm huge into grounding. I love laying out. Um, I don't love grass on my body so much.
Mhm.
My feet are okay, but not my body. It's just too much. But I love laying out on like my
Your little
concrete
hammock. Oh,
and oh my hammock, heck yes. But I just love laying out there and just having the sun on me and feeling the breeze and the everything. But yeah, hugging a tree or like I don't know if you still do it, but do you still climb a tree and sit on the branches and like lay down? And I don't do it with high ones, but short ones, yeah.
I've not. It's been
Do
a long
it.
time.
Do it, man. Take your book and go climb a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's it is so
I
just
think we all need to get
yeah,
out
you just
there.
feel young again. You feel the youth. You feel good. You're like, hey, I climbed this dang tree. It's just it's I'm totally like a hippie at heart in some ways.
I had a little mind body. I'll have to do this for next time, but another one of her things are just flexible, mindful movements.
Oh yes.
So getting out there and yeah, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, just you're not old. We're not old. Stop saying
No.
that we're old.
I'm
I
not saying we're old. I'm saying,
no, not you right now,
oh,
but
I'm
like
like we
everyone during the day, if there's got to be some point where we're like, oh, I'm too old for this. Don't say that you're old. Just
yeah.
do it and go out there, stick your feet in the sand or dirt or lay on the cement. Just do it and connect with your inner child.
Wear the shorts, wear the swimsuit,
Yeah, don't double think it. If you do double think it, that 5-second rule by what's her name?
I know who
You
you're
know,
talking about, but I
you know.
can't think of who it is.
I feel
Yes.
bad that I'm okay. Well, I'll post it down below, or if you know what I'm talking about, post it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just give yourself count to 5, put them on, just do it. Just do it.
Mhm.
No, no
Yep.
judgment.
Nobody cares except for you.
Yeah, no one's, that's why I tell my son most days when I take him to school, I'm like, honey, everyone feels the same way you do, even if they don't look like it. So just relax. Just relax.
Yep,
Well,
exactly.
okay. Well, I think we'll end it for today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. I think we hit on some good topics. So we talked about um, being
Mom.
moms in the workforce, and what that entails with like the mom guilt and the responsibilities and all that. And we talked about some how amazing our brains are and just how much we can accomplish with just our thoughts. And
Hmm.
we talked about grounding
Yep.
and how important it is. So, anything else that you think of that I missed?
No, I think that's, yeah.
The
Yep.
three.
That's
So
a
we kind of
3.
did a lot, but it was in those sections. So
Yep.
awesome.
Awesome possum. Okay.
Yep.
So, ladies, let us know what you want to hear from us. And yeah, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye bye.